You're not lazy, your brain's just buffering. I'm Rhys, and if you've ever sat staring at a task for an hour while doing absolutely nothing, but somehow feeling exhausted, welcome to executive dysfunction. And no, it's not procrastination, it's not lack of willpower, and it's definitely not because you don't care enough. Today, I'm going to be breaking down what executive dysfunction actually is, why it hits so hard for autistic and ADHD adults, and how you can make peace with your brain while still getting stuff done, eventually. So let's start with the basics. Executive function is basically your brain's project manager. It's the system that handles planning, prioritizing, starting tasks, switching tasks, remembering what you were doing, managing time, regulating emotions, and pretending to be an adult. When that system glitches, everything feels harder. That's executive dysfunction. For most neurotypical people, it's the part of the brain that says, right, time to do the dishes. And they just do the dishes. They just do it. For neurodivergent folks, it's more like, yes, I should do the dishes, but to do the dishes, I need to get up. And to get up, I need to have energy, and to have energy, I should probably eat. But the plate I'd eat on is dirty. Before you know it, you've done nothing, but you've mentally run a marathon. Here's what's actually happening in the brain. The prefrontal cortex, the bit behind your forehead, is responsible for executive functions. And in ADHD and autism, that region can be underactive or working differently. It's like your brain has 25 browser tabs open and the one you need to click on just refuses to load. You know what to do, you just can't do it. This is why people say to us, you just need to try harder. And we want to scream because trying harder doesn't fix a processing lag. It is not about motivation, it's about access. Neurodivergent brains don't have a reliable task ignition system. We rely on urgency, emotion, or novelty to light the fuse. So when something's boring, repetitive, or unclear, it just doesn't start. And here's the cruel part. The longer you don't start, the more shame you feel. The more shame you feel, the harder it gets to start. It's like being trapped in quicksand made of your own thoughts. If procrastination were an Olympic sport, I'd have put off competing until next year. Executive dysfunction isn't just about work or chores. It shows up everywhere, from remembering appointments to starting emails, even replying to texts. Sometimes it looks like forgetfulness. Sometimes it looks like avoidance. Sometimes it looks like over-preparing and never actually doing. The worst part, to outsiders, it just looks like laziness. But inside, it feels like panic and paralysis mixed with a bit of guilt. I call it motivational gridlock. Your brain's hitting the accelerator and the brake at the same time. You're burning fuel, but going nowhere. The emotional toll of this is huge. Most of us grew up hearing, you're smart, but you're not trying. You're not organised enough. You're not trying. We internalise that as failure. So every undone task becomes proof we're broken. But executive dysfunction isn't a moral issue. It's neurological. The moment you stop equating productivity with worth, you give your brain a fighting chance to work with you, not against you. All right, let's talk solutions, or as you may have heard them called brain hacks for the perpetually overloaded. Number 1, shrink the starting line. Instead of clean the kitchen, make it put one dish in the sink. Executive dysfunction hates big, vague goals, but it can handle tiny, concrete ones. Start with something so small your brain can't object. Number 2, use external structure, not self-discipline. Timers, checklists, visual planners. These aren't babysitting you, they're scaffolding. Self-discipline is unreliable for us neurodivergent brains. External structure is mercy. Use your phone, post-it notes, or apps like Routine, whatever does the remembering for you. Number 3, replace shame with curiosity. When you freeze, instead of asking, why can't I do this, try, what's blocking me right now? Maybe it's fear, confusion, or sensory overload. Identify the barrier, not your character flaw. The moment you name it, the shame loosens its grip. Executive dysfunction can make everyday life feel impossible. But you're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not unmotivated, you're just wired differently. And once you understand how your brain operates, you can stop fighting yourself and start building systems that fit you. If this resonated, subscribe for more neurodivergent friendly tools and comment below. Let me ask you a question. What's the one small thing that helps you get started when your brain freezes? Because the more we talk about this stuff, the less shame we carry as a community. See you in the next one, where we'll talk about autistic burnout and why rest isn't optional.